Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks, back with your best bets from Major League Baseball, here for you today on Monday, June 2nd, 2025. MLB player props, run lines, nerf freeze, totals here for you today. 4 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that Cap made now. Straight fire.
As always, if y'all are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Let's have a big day today here in Major League Baseball, guys. Super excited about the slate. We have a lot of fun action here for you. Parlays. We have a lot of value here on the card today. So let's get after it here today. Let's first start with a recap, though, from yesterday. We ended up going 1-2. Wasn't a horrible day. We cashed a good 1-2, I guess, if you want to say it. 1-2 minus 0.47 units. So we had Kevin Gausman under 19.5 outs, parlayed with Nico Horner to get a base hit. That ends up cashing. That was plus 163 value. So that was our hit of the day. Then obviously we lost our other 2 plays and also our parlay for a 1/10 of a unit, which gets us to minus 0.47. So we missed our nerfy there with DeGrom. DeGrom was the guy who gave up the run, so that was very unfortunate, and obviously that hurt. So we missed that play. Then we missed our hit parlay as well. Our hit parlay really wasn't that close. I don't think any of them got a base hit. But only 2 of the 3 ended up playing, and neither one got a base hit. So obviously that did not feel too good. But it is what it is. Like I said, it wasn't like a terrible 1-2 day. It just, like I said, just didn't quite work out there for us. We didn't have any comic cappers in the chat that hit. Didn't have a lot of comic capper calls in general. So make sure you guys get in that comment section. Let me know what you're playing down below. Drop your favorite play for today's action. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick if you want your pick included in our next video. If your pick hits, we'll include it in the next video that we put out. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, guys, really want to have a big day today. We have 4 plays on the card. We have potential to make like over 13 units today with the way we structured it. So there's a lot of plus value. Keep that in mind. I am going with a strategy that I talked about in last episode where we're focusing on plus value here for the next couple of weeks at least to see how we do. And obviously you guys can see we haven't had a great baseball season thus far. But we can recover from this. We can obviously... we could chip into this, and I think with the value that we got on the card today, I think definitely expecting to have a plus unit day. Like I said, if we sweep the day, we're going to have a massive day, which would be really cool. So, like I said, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we have a great day. I'm super excited about the slate today, even though it is a short slate. A lot of times I do end up liking these short slates actually better, guys. It's just the way it is. So, super excited, like I said. One quick thing, just make sure you guys check out the pinned comment and the description for any links you guys need here at the channel in relation to merchandise, membership, and also our social media links. All that's down below in the pinned comment and description. All right, guys, without further ado, it is time to get after it and get into our picks today. So let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we got Jack Flaherty, under 17.5 outs, parlayed with Mike Tauchman to get a base hit here for the Chicago White Sox. So Tauchman on the White Sox, Jack Flaherty on the Tigers. Obviously this parlay here goes hand in hand. So obviously, Tauchman, I believe, is going to be in the middle of it. If Flaherty goes under, I think Tauchman will have success. So obviously I like that. I like that this goes together. So far we got Jack Flaherty, guys, under in 8 of his 11 starts so far this season. 5 of 5 under on the road so far this season. So that's obviously very good. And believe it or not, I typically would not back the White Sox offense to do anything. But the White Sox last 15 games are 15th in WRC plus versus right-handed pitching. That's pretty solid. They're also 4th in walk rate versus righties over the last 15 games. So that's pretty solid as well. So that's really the big thing you're looking at there. You want to see, a team that can make, get some, deeper counts and obviously get Flaherty out of the game here by getting that pitch count up. And the White Sox are certainly a candidate that could do that. Like I said, they've had a good eye at the plate as far as getting that walk rate up. And Tauchman being inserted into the lineup has been a big send here for this White Sox offense. It's really helped their offense out. Tauchman's been hitting great. Which is why I like parlaying them here with this under and outs. And honestly, like I said, Flaherty's gone under in every road start so far. He just hasn't been the same pitcher on the road. He's got a 5.06 road ERA and a 267 batting average allowed. So you can hit him on the road. And I think Tauchman here, a great candidate here at home to get a base hit. Tauchman, 9 of 12 games so far he's gotten a hit in, including his last 5. So we like seeing that. And he also has a little bit of history as well off of Jack Flaherty. Career 1 for 3 off the starter Jack Flaherty since 2021. So the fact that he does have a base hit off of Flaherty already is kind of nice. And I think here in this spot, I really like this spot, guys. Obviously, I don't want to see this get to the bullpen as far as, Tauchman not having a hit versus that Tigers bullpen would make me a little bit nervous because that Tigers bullpen obviously is pretty good. But I think we're going to get the hit here off of Flaherty. I'm very confident that Tauchman could do that. He's been, like I said, really good at the plate. And I think he can deliver here for us today. So, love Jack Flaherty. Love Mike Tauchman, guys. Love this parlay. Love it there for number 1 pick. We got Jack Flaherty under 17.5 outs. Parlay with Mike Tauchman to get a base hit. Plus 205 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and at number 2, we are going Aaron Savali under 15.5 outs for the Milwaukee Brewers. Parlay with Colt Keith to get a base hit here on the Tigers. Plus 137 odds here on Fanatics. Love this look here today on this parlay as well. And obviously, this isn't the same game, so this is 2 different games. Kind of like what we had with Gausman and Horner yesterday where we cashed that parlay. Very similar type of thing here. So guys, Savali under in 3 of 3 starts so far this season. This start is coming also on the road here in Cincinnati. I see this as a very tough matchup for him, so I believe we see him go under again. The Reds are one of the better teams versus right-handed pitching. They're 5th in WRC plus versus right-handed pitching. Also ranked 12th in walk rate for the season, but 8th in walk rate over the last 30 games versus right-handed pitching. So obviously like seeing that. They haven't been pitching Savali deep into games yet. He's been kind of progressive, 3, 4, and 5 innings in his 3 starts. So this can make you a little nervous in the fact that they might try to get him to go 6 innings. But here, I just think this is too tough of a spot for him. In this particular matchup here with the Reds, like I said, they've been very good versus right-handed pitching, especially of late. The walk rate's been up, and this is in Cincinnati, a very hitter-friendly park. So this is going to be tough on Savali. So honestly, I see him going under in this spot. This obviously, I just don't see him hitting the over here. I see him going under here in this particular spot. And then you got Colt Keith here on the Tigers, who's got a hit in 90% of his last 20 games. So this guy is absolutely scorching at the plate. 4 of 7 off the starter Jonathan Cannon since 2021, riding an 8-game hitting streak heading into this one. So, and additionally, the White Sox bullpen isn't the greatest either, so you can certainly get a hit off of them. So I think this is a great spot for Colt Keith to get a base hit for sure. And like I said, with Savali's under, he has yet to hit the over. And like I said, he's in a very tough matchup on the road. So I like fading pitchers, obviously, on the road because they're not on their home mound. They're not as comfortable. And I expect that to be the case here for Savali. A lot like Jack Flaherty, guys. I like when we can. We faded Gausman at home because his line was so crazy and he was in a tough matchup. But if I can, I love fading pitchers as well, particularly on the road if we can get them on the road. So love it there, guys. For our number 2 pick, we got Aaron Savali under 15.5 outs. Parlay with Colt Keith to get a base hit. Plus 137 odds here on Fanatics. All right. And at number 3 here, we are going with the San Diego Padres. First 5 innings, plus 0.5 run line here versus the San Francisco Giants. We got plus 100 odds here on FanDuel, risking a unit here. So what really stood out is the first thing I do usually is I look at the hit chart for the day on my research app. And it shows you all the batter history versus pitcher. And I just saw nothing but Padres hitters near the top as far as most amount of hits. That's particularly because they have the most amount of history versus Logan Webb. But if you look at the numbers, Manny Machado, Luis Arraez, Jake Cronenworth, Xander Bogaerts, Jackson Merrill, Fernando Tatis, and Gavin Sheets batting a combined .346 versus the starter Logan Webb today. 46 out of 133 at bats. So a ton of history versus Logan Webb and a lot of good history. So obviously that really stood out to me. And Logan Webb has been hittable this season. He's allowing a .257 average this season. It's not like he's not like he's rock solid, right? He's been getting out of a lot of jams as far as with runners in scoring position, so his ERA is not crazy high. But he's been allowing a lot of base runners, and his whip is definitely up there. His whip is above 1.2, which I like that here for the Padres guys. I love the history they have. I think these guys can make him pay if they get runners in scoring position. I think the Padres are a great candidate team to make him pay for that, especially with the history that they have off of him. And obviously, I think they can put up some runs on him here in the first 5. And then we got Steven Kolick here going for the Padres. He's been pretty solid. He's had 3 decisions in his first 5 starts go his way. He's 3-1 with a 4.11 ERA, a 1.30 whip this season. Now you can say his last couple road starts haven't been the greatest. I understand that, but he doesn't have particularly a tough matchup today. The Giants rank just 20th in WRC plus versus right-handed pitching. So I think he can maneuver his way through the first 5 here. Does he completely shut the Giants out? Probably not. But at the same point, I think the Padres are going to get some runs up here on the Giants. And having the plus value, the plus 0.5 run line for plus value in the first 5, I think there's a lot of value here with the Padres. Padres rank 13th in WRC plus versus right-handed pitching. So a lot of these hitters that I mentioned for the Padres have also been locked in at the plate. Manny Machado's having a great year. Luis Arraez, is obviously hitting very well now. Jackson Merrill's having a great season. Gavin Sheets is hitting. All these guys are having a pretty solid season here for the Padres. And I think here, like I said, I think the value just rests with the Padres with that plus value. So love it there, guys, for our number 3 pick. We got the San Diego Padres first 5 innings plus 0.5 run line here versus the San Francisco Giants. We're going plus 100 odds here on FanDuel. Oop. Okay, and finally at number 4, we got our hit parlay, guys. You guys are going to think I'm crazy for this one. We got 4 guys today to get a base hit. We got Trevor Larnach on the Minnesota Twins, Sal Frelick on the Milwaukee Brewers, Pete Alonso on the New York Mets, and Rafael Devers on the Boston Red Sox, each to record a base hit, plus 328 odds on Fanatics. Risking a unit here, I know. This is where you guys probably look at me and go, are you for real? Like, you're actually putting this out as a 1-unit play? Yes. Because if this hits, I want to make over 3 units, and I want to feel good about it. So, yeah, we're going for it here. I really like all these guys in their respective spots. So we got Trevor Larnach here on the Twins. He has a hit in 80% of his last 20 games, so that's obviously really good. It's also a career 1 for 2 off the starter Luis Severino today since 2021. And Severino has not been too good at home, which I like seeing that. Severino has really struggled at home. And obviously, if this were somehow to get to the bullpen, Athletics bullpen with also the most hits allowed in baseball. So I think Trevor Larnach to get a base hit today is a slam dunk. Like I said, I absolutely love his spot here today. Sal Frelick on the Brewers has a hit in 75% of his last 20 games. 3 for 5 off the starter Brady Singer today since 2021. So I like seeing that as well. Like I said, this game in Cincinnati, very hitter-friendly park. Definitely think Sal can get a base hit here today. Pete Alonso, the New York Mets, a hit in 75% of his last 20 games, an 8-game hitting streak. He is back to rolling at the plate again. 2 for 3 off the starter Dustin May since 2021. Dodgers bullpen actually with the second most hits allowed. So again, that's a great spot there for Pete Alonso to continue his hitting streak there. And then finally, Rafael Devers to get a base hit. 65% of his games over the last 20 games. 3 for 7, though, off the starter Tyler Anderson since 2021. Angels bullpen, 7th most hits allowed. So I love all those factors, guys. Love all these guys in their respective spots. Some of them for various reasons. Obviously, a lot of these bullpens are very hittable. Great history for all these guys versus the starters today. And for the most part, all these guys are rolling at the plate as well. You really can't ask for much more on that when you're taking guys to get a base hit. Obviously, pick and choose what you want out of this. You guys don't have to take the full 4 legs if you don't want. I'm taking the 4 legs because that's, like I said, I'm trying this strategy out where we're going for the plus value and we're seeing how we do. So far, it hasn't been a flop. We're still getting into it. So like I said, over the next couple weeks, we're going to be really testing how much plus value we're going to be playing and see how well we do with it. So with that being said, our number 5 pick, technically our 5 pick, is the For the Sweep Parlay plus 71.87 odds on Fanatics with the 25% profit boost on the parlay that they give you. So we can make over 7 units here on Fanatics with this parlay. Basically, all of our picks parlayed. So I love that, right? You don't have to put a lot on this. You just put a couple bucks. Is it going to hit? Probably not, right? We know the realistic chances of hitting plus 7,000 parlays. They don't happen every day, but I am hopeful that this can hit. I also believe that this could certainly hit. I love all the research behind every play that we have. Obviously, you know, you're placing bets, you're gambling, so there's that goes with this. But I really like all the spots for these guys today, and if we hit this, like I said, we're going to have a massive day here at the channel. We can make over like 13 units. We could have an absolutely crazy day here at the channel, which that's what we want, right? That's what you guys are here for. So with that being said, I appreciate all you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I hope you guys enjoyed the picks. I hope you guys enjoy that we're going for some plus value. Give me your feedback, what you guys think as far as with this setup and with our style. Would love to hear your guys' feedback, as always, just on the channel and everything going on. So I appreciate you guys, though. Let's have a big day in baseball. Let me know what you're playing below. Check out our pinned comment in the description for all our links here at the channel. Outside of that, guys, that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.